I'm not a fan of people who take a religion and make their own religion out of it. And I fuck with y'all heavy. Please don't. You know what I mean? Don't say that I'm against it. But I just feel like I'm more of a Malcolm X and not a Farrakhan. You get what I'm saying? Like Malcolm X found out that he was led the wrong way and he went back and got right and he still stayed within those ramifications, but he got right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't preach. And I know the nation was there for us when, right, post-slavery era. You get what I'm saying? And we needed something to believe in, and they were the strong black people in the community to teach us it's all right to go against the white people, and you know what I mean? They ain't tougher than that, and you know what I mean? No man's tougher. We all put our pants on the same way. You know what I mean? One foot at a time, so. Don't be late.
We got him, Bricc Baby. Thank you for coming through.
Don't be late. Don't be late.
Man, we are so impressed with your climb. We've gotten to watch it from the sidelines, and it didn't start all rosy for you, right?
I mean, you know, ain't no journey gonna be smooth all the way out. Got his little ridges and bumps and, you know.
And you grew up in Adams and Crenshaw, right?
Like Jefferson, though. But it's the same shit. Yep,
Yeah.
Adams and Crenshaw, like Adams and La Brea on that side, not the blood side.
Right. And then when'd you move over to the 60s?
Well, that's the thing. My family always lived on Slauson, too. You know what I mean? So I ain't really moved to the 60s. I always moved around the 60s. I was in the avenues for a second. Then they moved up the hill to like the overhills, but we was in the apartments over there. Then we moved up to the big houses, you know what I'm saying? But I come from a lineage of people that had some bread, but it was from out the streets, but they had bread.
You were rich rolling, huh?
Yeah, we was rich rolling off the jump. So we was over there. My mom and dad fell out. So we lived in Chevy Hills. I think my stepdad took his fall, and he was housed in Arizona for prison. We moved down to Arizona for a second. Then, was it Detroit first, then Arizona? Oh no, we moved to, while he was fighting his case, we was in Detroit. My mom was hustling. Then we went to Arizona. My mom was back and forth. Like, we was out there for like maybe a year because he had got housed right there. First he was at TI. So I was moving around, but I was moving around where they was hustling. Then like when I was in second grade, my mom got tired of like really moving me around with the shit. I think the case came a couple years after that. But I started staying in LA when she had moved and had to be somewhere for a period of time. I just was living in LA with my granny and all them and my stepmama, like my auntie Denise. You know what I'm saying? She lived, the crazy part, she lives in my granny's house. So you know what I mean? But long story short, yeah, that's how I ended up being on Jefferson and Crenshaw more while it came from having a bag type shit.
The story I heard was that it was getting really hot for you on the streets, right?
No.
Break it down for us.
I'm gonna break this down. Wack, stop running your dumbass mouth because you don't know what you talking about. People getting the history like Swap Stories coming out with some shit now. If I left when I got shot, right? I was there, I got fresh out of juvenile hall. This is the story. I was in juvenile hall. I got accepted to Clark while I was in juvenile hall, and the judge, I was about to do a camp term, and the judge canceled out the camp term and let me go to orientation. at Clark Atlanta University. That's what happened. I never had got shot till like 2007. I came back in the middle of some shit. I've been there, met Meech. You gotta think, Meech and them already was in jail when I got shot. So I got shipped off when in high school to Mississippi though, after some bullshit that happened, and then it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It was vice versa. You got high.
We get it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then I was going to school at Piney Woods High School on
in Mississippi?
Yeah, right outside of Jackson on Highway 49.
What was that experience like?
That shit
man?
was crazy.
Yeah.
It was co-ed though. So it was a co-ed boarding school, and we had a great basketball team.
And you were a baller, yeah.
Yeah, I used to hoop.
Yeah. And what position did you play, Bricc?
Point guard. You know I'm a short dude, but I was dunking and all that.
No kidding.
Yeah, I had leap.
Yeah.
I stopped. I couldn't dunk no more after I got shot in my tailbone when I was 20.
So that kind of fucked off your basketball career. A little bit.
It was already in the wind. I think when I got to Atlanta, I was already at a D2 or whatever division that is, black college. I was in there about to play for the team. I started making money. I'm like, I ain't going to the league. I'm going to just stay at school and make this little bread. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't finna keep on. Because the end game is to go to the league. You can stay, but I wish I would have played and stayed in shape and didn't give up on the working out until it was a part of my, like, adult program. Like, that's to, you know what I mean, to the people that don't make it to the league, you're definitely, if you keep up them workouts and you keep all that, you definitely headed towards living a healthy life rather than, you know what I mean, going through the ache and pain I'm going through.
And you could take the boy out the hood, right?
Yeah, but you can never take the hood out the homeboy.
So who'd you gravitate to in Atlanta? You were going to college, but you started hanging out with the wrong kind over there.
Nah. I was the wrong kind. They started hanging out with me. I was turning niggas up. Yeah, no. I went to the A. My sister was fucking with the BMFs real heavy at the time. So I got introduced and they loved me. And then I had like a couple cousins that was from BMF, like the twins and Mark Dixon, rest in peace, Baby Blue. You know what I'm saying? So they really took me around, and everybody was like, oh, this is my little cousin, they're from LA, and I'm still wearing the blue chucks and the Dickie suits and all that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm still dressing like I'm still right there in the trenches. So they just took a liking to me, like J-Bo and his crew, like Tito, all them.
Do you remember Blue Da Vinci?
Yeah, Blue, that's my boy. That's Cuzzo.
Was he something familiar to see you and you see him in Atlanta? Being both from the West Coast? Yeah,
but we was already integrated. He from neighborhood. He from East Coast, so.
So it was just like being at home.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It was, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I got robbed for my chain in 2005 during Hurricane Katrina.
How'd that go down?
So they was having a dorm, so what was going on, they had a dorm raid, right? And I had to take everything up out my dorm, right? So they have a raid, boom. But I give I give a blick to a female, like go get this. So now I'm walking down the strip. I don't know if they own me or not. So I got my little weed and shit. I probably got like 2 pounds of purple in my backpack because I'm trying to take it to another spot. So me being thirsty, so people pull up like, hey, let me get a 7. I'm like, oh, I only got like 5 grams right here. I'm like, all right, boom, I'm finna get him the 7. He like, get in the car. Cause I'm like, let me know. I got myself right. I'm like, let me get in the car real quick so I could go in my backpack and get you some more weed. Me undermining everybody out there thinking that they pussies. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm coming from LA, but this is New Orleans and all that down there now, so I don't know. So now, boom. I'm like, pull to this little parking lot on the side. They passed the parking lot. I hear the doors like, I unlocked the door. By the time I unlocked the door, because I already knew I was robbed when I heard the door lock. So I unlocking the door. I'm like, damn, I did some bullshit. When I turned back around, they got the blick out. I'm like, oh, cuz. They like, give it up. I'm like, man, I ain't taking my own shit off. I get the door open. Boom, they end up at 2 swipes. They end up pulling they got my chain off when they pistol with me, boom. Cause the nigga in the back was a buster. The dude in the front had to take the gun from him like, what? Boom. They hit me, my head went down. They got my chain. In one swipe, they got my motherfucking backpack, my bracelet. I had a bust down Gucci link, like how all the rappers got now. I had this in 05, fully diamond out bracelet too. They got everything in one swipe though, cause I'm like, then I turn around and they like, nigga, boom, they bust at the ground. They like, scramble like Mike Vick, shout it. I was like, yeah, bet. So I run back to the school, I'm hot. But that's what really like made me go play ball in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like ever since then, it was like, all right, if you from the A and you ain't from the A with us, I'm snatching your shit.
Yeah.
I'm taking your shit. Like, nigga, any nigga slipping that's from Atlanta, I'm booking.
Right.
Since I don't know where to go, I'm treating this like a hood. Then I found out they was from like some shit called The Bluff or whatever. And I was going over there doing my thing. But you know, I mean, shout out to the robbers. I turned my savage up. Bet you niggas never came back through there. I mean,
what would you say the difference in mentality from an LA dude compared to like a Atlanta dude? Is there a difference in mentality, how they think, how they move?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Is it more slow motion out there?
Hell nah. They might be faster.
Really?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What? The people from the city that be trapped with, them little niggas is talk you out of. Listen, you don't gotta have a pistol to get robbed to rob a dude in Atlanta. You get robbed with all verbal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They quick, they're faster. They laugh at us because we call them country, but they be slicking the fuck out of us all the time. You know what I mean? So, but they a little bit faster, but they don't have no structure.
Right.
They don't got no structure. So it's like, I mean, like, it's really a every man for himself unless we want to click up.
Right.
It ain't like if you lead the click, nigga, you got to get put off or, so, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers don't have nothing to fear and they go to, you know what I mean, tattletelling and doing what they gonna do.
Right.
I mean, not all of them. There's a lot of real stumped down people out there, but like, it's a little bit loose with the structure and the way shit's supposed to go. And LA is getting loose, but you know what I mean? It's not, that's not the code out here. At least we got a code of conduct that we have to follow, you know what I mean?
When you leave Atlanta, you touch back home in LA.
Yeah.
Did the neighborhood change dramatically?
I never left though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I had class on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No, I had class on Tuesday and Thursday. I'd be in LA Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
They had this little $100 flight. Like, I promise you, I'd come Monday and I'd come back Friday.
So
you know, my mom used to be hot, like, what you doing here? Like, I don't got class. I was back at least once a month. And then, it was a period where I left for like a year due to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but you were coast to coast, is what you're saying.
Hell yeah.
It.
But when I came back, I was watching, I was involved the whole time. It wasn't like I left for a block of time and came back and the hood was fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
so you had a finger on, yeah, I got it.
I watched
you had a pulse on what was going on.
But like when I just did that 4-year stretch, I came back, it was a whole lot different. When I came back and really started messing around, this was like right around the time Nip, I had a baby. That's when I had my baby, and then Nip was taking off, you know what I mean? Bullets ain't got no name and all that, and we was moving around and I was right here.
Describe your relationship with Nip. Were you guys tight?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Super tight.
Super tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some differences, but what brothers don't.
Right.
Yeah, so
right.
Like I tell niggas, we all got this A and B the same day. You know what I mean? Like, we went to the shit, everybody got their tags, all money. We fucked around.
You were
know
proud to see him go, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people that didn't like to see us fucking around in the first place, right? Because I always been like the little nigga with the money from the hood, like that already been moving around. Like, I've already had that superstar status to the streets, you get what I'm saying? So when we got there, it's a lot of people that used to be around cuz that didn't really, you get what I'm saying? Like, you could tell, like, oh damn, they together, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I didn't ask to come around Nip. Like, me and Boss Hog, me and BH, we always been close. That's my little bro. You know what I mean? Me and BH was messing around, and Nip was his close bro. Like, I always knew Nip because we used to be at the donut shop and all that. growing up and all that, but how we got tight was me and Boss Hog. You get what I'm saying? And then, like, you know what I mean? He started seeing the player shit. I used to come through with the new and all that. Like, you know what I mean? He wanted to fuck with a nigga, and I wanted to fuck with my bro. Like, he taking off, and that's how that went. So, when all the bullshit happens, like, they used the one time where we got into it with each other to try to justify that that's what I wanted, or, you know what I mean? Like, bro, this is my homeboy. I cried for days, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta go without talking to my little homie for the rest of our life because he did some bullshit to my other homeboy. You get what I'm saying? Like, of course I wanted to be in this position. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know why that was ever painted on you, man, because you lost really two friends in that
At one
tragic
time.
event. Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like a sense of responsibility for him because he
I was in jail.
Yeah.
And cuz was off drugs. I can't feel responsible for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I do feel responsible because, like, I feel like if I would have been anywhere around, he would have called me like, bro, I ain't feeling your boy, da-da-da-da, and I could have
Pieced it up, yeah.
Yeah, like that trip, when he left, he would have been calling me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if I was out on the street, he would have called me like,
Damn.
ooh, big bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nigga would have been like, man, you gotta be thinking crazy. You tripping, bro.
Yeah.
Take your ass, go sit down somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I call it, we'll go pull up on him together and talk. Like, you know what I mean?
And it's a fucking sad shame, Bricc. It
Yeah,
really
because
is.
it's like, I don't know. I was crying, then when I got the news of who it was, I like couldn't cry no tears, like at a standstill, like, oh shit, cuz, like, what the fuck? Cause I already know the narrative, like, I ain't stupid, so I already know, like, oh, like, that's gonna be weird as fuck. But like, I came home, a lot of people didn't, like, in the hood, they know. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But like, the outsiders, they like, oh yeah, I'm like, bro, that's weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how did you even put me in them shoes? I was in jail, first of all, in the county. So, like, a nigga didn't even know they even had contact with each other. You get what I'm saying? Let alone all of this. Like, I just talked to Nip probably the month before that. And we was talking, he like, we Grammy nominated, ooh, whoopee. Happy, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, when you come home, you just gotta follow my steps, man. Just follow me one time, cause nigga, he like, you made your name by yourself, like, cause I didn't come up through the all money. He like, you gotta listen though, to get the business part of it. Like, we was having a real conversation. He like, man, you know what I mean? Like, we was gonna be doing some shit when I came home.
100%.
Yeah, and it just like,
yeah, man.
I felt the same way with Draco. Like, every time that the chemistry's going there and all that, it's like I always get robbed of a friend, or they go do life, or they do, you know what I mean? Like, it's just bullshit.
What was your game plan dealing with this tragedy and trying to piece everything together? What was your game plan when you got out?
Well, it was to go stand and make, like, as far as the Nip situation.
Just as far as everything involving your
it was
life
just
and
like
piece.
flood them with content, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really know YouTube was cracking like that when I came home. So it was like, all right, music, we gonna do this, make sure and knock out a couple interviews just to clear the air about what's going on with my brother and all that, and really, you know what I mean, because there's a lot of people talking for me and just assuming that I had something to do or wanted to do something, you know what I mean? So clear the air with that, push this music, keep on pushing this movement, and I knew I had to go get the young dudes. Like, I had to stay young when I came home, so I signed the Score Gang, you know what I mean, the young dudes in the section, and we was moving around. Dirk, you know, I already was connected to all these people, so I just went and, like I said, I was maximizing. Then when I found out they liked my voice in this media space, I kind of like clamped down and had to put the pedal to the metal on this, you know?
So, Bricc, you're now in the whole YouTube game, man. I mean, how did you understand how to navigate through those thick waves of YouTube and content creating?
I'm just a quick learner. Once I learn it, I'm going to go home and study it, look some more shit up and apply it, like, and try, like, you know, trial and error. I've been going through that my whole life, so, you know what I mean? But once you get the gist of it and kind of learn the way, you just go with the flow. It's not really my lane on YouTube is just going with the flow. Like, casual conversations, but to the point, I'm gonna voice my opinion, I'm gonna stand on it firmly, you know what I mean? And we can argue about it, all that, but I don't take, you know what I mean? I don't go to sleep at night thinking that the people I argue with on the internet are my ops.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's like all entertainment at the end of the day. Like, people like to see people argue, so I voice my opinion back, you know what I mean? But, it, you know, like I grew up to where you don't really let that dude know that you own him.
Right.
So when I let him know I'm on him, it's like, some people I really hate, or the hate is a big word, but I dislike and disagree with so much that when I see him, I probably still do
You're
something.
You're going to give him
it.
every limb.
Yeah, but no shooting and killing or nothing like that.
Right. And, you know, it's funny because a lot of people, the big talk of the town is with the gang politics overlapping on the online thing. But you seem to navigate that well, where you don't spill too much tea about neighborhood business.
Yeah. So what it is these people are really living in the metaverse. They really living online, and they feeling like if you not wise enough to understand that the internet is fake and all that, you're gonna get drowned in. You get what I'm saying? So like, for example, since we right here, you know what I mean? 600.
Big Six.
Big Six, my boy, man. But it's like, hey, you living somewhere where you trying to prove something on this internet to nobody. These are all these people that say, yay, fuck him. They're nobody. They're not gonna stand with you in the streets when you go approach that man. You get what I'm saying? Like, certain shit you can just approach a different way and you get up on them.
Right.
Or holler at them.
Right.
I ain't feeling this. You know what I mean? So it's certain motherfuckers who just live on the internet and get sucked, because he's a real dude. Like the real 600 is like a real wholesome, very caring, you know what I mean, to help anybody. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then he gets on here. He ain't gang member, you know what I mean? But listen, man, you ain't did enough time, enough all type of shit to fill them shoes that you trying to fill. It come with, and you can say it's selective or whatever, but it come with hours and what you gonna do and the alliances that you make. And like, you know what I mean, you been making money for a long time, so you didn't make them broke nigga alliances with motherfuckers when they was broke and all, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just different. You can't just go against, just because you disagree with, you know what I mean? Like, for example, he presented some new shit on somebody recently where that shit was so old that you don't think these people over here already know what the fuck every ins and outs about that, and they still standing around here like, why are you poking at a sleeping bear? You get what I'm saying? But shout out Six, man. Like, he's an entertainer. He's great on YouTube, but it's certain shit that you gotta like navigate around, like, you know what I mean? And then it's like your role models, you gotta pick them wisely too. Cause you are looking up to, and I don't want to say the wrong people, but the shit that your role model does, it's a lot of people on his side of the fence that disagree with how he acts. All that, every incident that happened with you, it got to be exposed on the internet. That's like documenting that shit to like where if anything happened to you, the police already know the timelines and series of events, and you leaving it there for them. You get what I'm saying? That ain't really my type of nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, they always got something to say about me, but I'm not gonna be on that clubhouse and over here all day just saying everything. If I, you know what I mean? Like, a gang of shit happens in my life.
And have you gotten some high-level phone calls saying, hey, Bricc, you know, you kind of jumped out the window over there?
It ain't even jumped out the window. Like, hey, Bricc, we understand you, but this the gang. Like, let us deal with it.
Right.
Let it, like, deal with it over here. Don't deal with it right there. Like with Cowboy, I keep it 1,000. Cuz got them same phone calls though, but Cuz don't listen. You get what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That's what leads to bans and all that. You didn't see him at Matt Rodney funeral. You don't see Cuz on no blocks. You just see Cuz on Slauson and Crenshaw and inside the donut shop and at his people house. Like, you can't just navigate through here. Like, we'll let you do your thing. You know what I mean? But stay in your little zone.
It's a fine dance. You're dancing on a razor basically, but you've done a good job, Bricc, by not overexposing things that should, some things are just left better unsaid.
And to speak on Cowboy, that was the emotion. Like, Cowboy don't know I looked up to him my whole life. you broke my heart too. Like, don't think that this is me speaking because I just don't like you and all this and I ain't grow up. No, nigga, I grew up, even when you was a crackhead, you still was Kev Mac, cuz when you came back, we all honored that. When you cut the drugs off, we all honored that. Nigga, our big homie from the hills back out here, it'll smash, you know what I'm saying? Then you go out this way over emotion. Like, you were mad that this happened while you were right there, and it wasn't like you thought about it. You was telling right there in that day. You didn't wait a couple days. You didn't do nothing. You went and expressed your feelings to the police because the dude that had your life going, running smooth, had passed away. You get what I'm saying? And that's not what we do over there. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying is, like, we don't do that. Like, we let the civilians handle that. He was on camera. Everybody was outside, bro. Sit back. Let them, they gonna tell. Let them handle that if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. You talking about you never got a chance to get back. You never left room for get back. And I'm not taking a side, but you didn't leave room for that. Motherfuckers was volunteering the name that day. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
without having his whole name and all that, the whole world knew something about Shitty. And Shitty name came out a week later. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure when they type Shitty into the system, because I was Baby Shitty at one point and I bumped it up to Little. So when you type that moniker in the system, you can do it on any LAP. I don't know how they do that shit. But
there's a gang file.
Yeah, you go on gang file, type in Shitty cuz, Baby Shitty and all that. I got that moniker to the police. The police got that moniker my 12th grade year. Officer Ross and them raided my house on a probation raid because I was riding a mini bike through the hood with an S-belt on. They said I had gang affiliation shit. They got my notebooks. They got all my funeral shirts and all that shit. And that's how they put me on file under Baby Shitty.
Weird question. When you were in county, did they question you about the murder?
Oh, when I got caught with the cell phone, yeah. I had went to, you got to have a meeting with OSJ when you in the hole, and they try to pick your brain, but they like, Shitty. Any connection with the Shitty? Right. I'm like, they like, yeah, because we know that's your people. Woo. I'm like, how? They like, I mean, well, we know just because of the name, but da-da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, I know him. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, they ain't gonna question me. They did move me from the low custody area when Nipsey died. I was in South, where you could go outside when you want all that shit. And when Nipsey died, the officers was in tune to who I was already before I got there. So when they seen me right there and they seen Nip died and they didn't know what caused it, they got me up off of there and put me back in Supermax for like 8 months.
Till they sorted it all out.
Yeah, till the streets figured out that it was homie on homie and all that, because they knew Nip was my mans. So they like, if his ops out here, he could get to any one of them because it's, oh, you know what I mean? So they took me over there and I was over with my homie Baby Scooby, free school.
Right. What's your message to the fellas back in the neighborhood that are envious of your success, that want to tear you down, they want to tear your movement down? What's your message to those guys?
I love you. My message to them is I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all mad at the dude that gave y'all the shirt off his back, literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cars, all that shit. Like, whenever you need me, I've been there. So it's just like, oh, hood, where did y'all, like, what's up? You niggas mad? Oh, hood, y'all mad at what, though? Because I'm elevating. Y'all want me to be in the same situation and be accessible like my homeboy that motherfuckers didn't protect to the fullest? Y'all didn't protect the bag. What y'all gonna do with me? Fuck if it was my little homie, why wasn't nobody out there to kill? Cause that's what you want. You want y'all celebrities to be in the hood, right? Everybody ain't gonna stand for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a pack of niggas who do, but I'm not finna make them put their life on the line every day cause I'm cracking on the internet and doing what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like motherfuckers don't see me in big packs and all that because I don't be liking my real people to get caught up with this metaverse world.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So, like, even when that shit was going on, when they figured out like what's going on, my pack of niggas like, oh shit, I forgot cause he moved solo so much, I forgot these niggas is in agreement with everything he doing. You know what I mean? When we pulling up, we pulling up. It's the undisputable names, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's us. Like, what, you forgot?
Right.
Like, all right, cool. I give you that. I love y'all. But now I'm gonna distance myself a little bit more from y'all. Now, call me and talk to me regular and tell me where you went wrong and why you did it and give me a valid reason and we'll be cool again. Two of them, man. Two of them, man. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brian Hurst, baby, New Jack. You get what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my little brothers. They just miss a nigga sometimes, and then motherfuckers are getting their head. It's a gang of haters over there and hide them. And then it's like, oh, I ain't even really mean that. You get what I'm saying? Like, damn, they caught me on a bad day. This is my brother. Like, it's cool, but I never forget. I forgive, but I ain't gonna forget.
You're also the type of dude that'll pull a guy up and elevate him with you.
Always. I mean, pay attention to the faces. When I first came to No Jumper, I had Shitty and Bricc Baby. I said shit. Well, that's my name. Bricc Baby's my rap name, so nobody around me calls me that. Everybody called me Shitty. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's why the whole world thought I had. But Bricc Baby introduces us to his friends. All like two people out of that was online cutting up. And I knew that one was about to start dropping music, trying to be a rapper, so I brought you up here early. We're gonna bring you back. Then the other one wanted to be in the media space because when he came home from jail, he was doing a bootleg podcast with my little brother, Baby U, and him, and they wanted to be in the media space. You get what I'm saying? So I paid attention to that, and I always had them in the studio, pay for studio time and shit, like, with my boys or whatever, but a motherfucker, once I got a chance to get on the platform, I know you know how to talk, so come on. I always do that, though. That been my whole life. Bring a nigga up, then they shit on me. Like, all the rappers I did, like, I ain't brought a lot of people up. Then when they get more money than me, it's like, oh, you was in competition with me, dude? And you had to stick around because I had more shit going on that it made sense for you at that moment? Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Strip cuz.
Yeah.
That's how niggas get stripped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Strip him down.
No, I hear you. What's next for you, Bricc? Is there a movie gonna come out about your life? Are you looking at doing documentaries?
We gonna go documentary, and then I want my mom to finally come out with this story, so we could go her movie.
Her story's crazy.
Yeah, like you gotta die because it's a timeline.
It's a boss lady story.
We gotta be. They gotta know who I was before I was born.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They know how I got the crown. You know what I mean? Like they gotta know that. You know what I'm saying? And my pops, the Mitchell side, our family is crazy. Like
you come from a long line of hustlers.
6 brothers.
Yeah.
He had 6 brothers. They out the Vermont Square area. Like, but you know, they wasn't from 40s, but they from that area over there. You know?
Right.
My pops and them, they got a strong story. So it's just like, we gonna put it together.
Right. And you're also building your YouTube channel. You've got a lot of fires burning right now.
So I'm building like more vlog / interview fun shit. Like I interview you while we out vlogging and shit, and more casual conversation.
Day in the life
shit.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because my interview style is more like casual conversation. I don't really take too many notes. Like I have a couple, but the person, like after I do my homework with them, I'm just going
flow.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I know how to get them to bring up what I want them to bring up.
Right. And are you going to get out of kind of the hip hop genre, or are you going to stay within hip hop?
I'm not doing no gang banging though. I ain't gonna do no gang platform. Hip hop and like I like 19 Keys and them and Billy Carson and all them. I like them people.
Yeah.
I see myself like.
What are your thoughts on aliens, Bricc? Do you believe in aliens?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm all the way down with them. Even if I didn't, until I start studying Billy Carson and 19 Keys, I think now I really believe in aliens.
Billy Carson flipped our minds over here, man. We got to get him on the show. Man.
Billy Carson is deep.
Deep.
False, but he is deep, bro.
Man.
I'm like, dude, like, where did he come from?
He just does deep research.
He's the alien.
He's
the alien.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that, but like, you know, like they call cap on some of the shit that he's saying, but I'm like, bro, the research that he's putting behind this shit, it's very hard to debate.
It's
What he coming with, you know what I mean?
the
I
Emerald
like
tablets.
Gorilla Hebrew too. You have to,
Yeah,
that's my boy.
he's another deep thinker.
I studied the Moroccan Empire too.
Did you ever get into Moorish science?
That's what I said,
Yeah.
the Moroccan Empire,
Okay.
the Moors.
Yeah.
So I kind of side with them. I'm not a Muslim, so it's kind of like.
Did you ever read the Quran, or?
No.
But you dabbled with it a little bit.
Because you want to know why? And motherfuckers is gonna take it for what it is. Growing up, I seen the Nation of Islam, right? Then, and the FOIs and all that, right? But I'm not a fan of people who take a religion and make their own religion out of it. And I fuck with y'all heavy. Please don't. You know what I mean? I don't say that I'm against it, but I just feel like I'm more of a Malcolm X and not a Farrakhan. You get what I'm saying? Like Malcolm X found out that he was led the wrong way and he went back and got right and he still stayed within those ramifications, but he got right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't preach. And I know the Nation was there for us when, right, post-slavery era. You get what I'm saying? And we needed something to believe in. And they were the strong black people in the community to teach us it's all right to go against the white people. And, you know what I mean? They ain't tougher than that. And, you know what I mean? No man's tougher. We all put our pants on the same way. You know what I mean? 1 foot at a time. So, you know what I mean? And I respect the militant style that they was pressing, but you can't tweak nothing
for your own narrative.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Bricc, you have a direct experience with the criminal justice system. You've been through it, man.
Yeah.
You've done time.
Since I was 14.
Since you were 14, bro. Do you see systematic racism in our judicial system?
Hell yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. A motherfucker don't see, when they see us, they see, like, blacks and Mexicans, they see motherfuckers that they walk across the street from. When the white boys come in there, they see their son. You get what I'm saying? It's like, even if they wasn't racist, it's like, damn, oh, little Billy didn't mean that. You know what I mean? But this motherfucker, and it's the same crime. We give little Billy a pat on the wrist and send him up the road. It's like, oh, Billy get caught with the cocaine, he good, but we get caught with the crack rock, we ain't.
You're doing all day.
You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, gang, like, that ain't straight.
Yeah.
And if Billy get caught with the crack rock, we're gonna put it down to possession. We don't wanna fuck his life up over drugs. You know what I mean? But go ahead. I know people that have did, like, for 7 grams. I know motherfuckers that have did 3-4 years.
Crazy.
It's not cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't straight. Like, 7 grand, like, he was going to go make $400, bro. Why is he sitting in jail that long?
It's crazy,
He ain't killed nobody or nothing. The laws are changing. The racism's still there, but it's making it to where, all right, the shit that they do, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they won't get that much time. Like, the drugs being decriminalized and all that stuff, it's kind of like, all right, if a motherfucker is selling drugs, I just don't look at, like, fentanyl, you selling fentanyl and shit, you deserve to get your ass up off the street. Because if you're selling fentanyl without telling these people that it's fentanyl, you deserve to crash. Like, get the fuck on.
Right.
Like, you sneaking that shit on the motherfucker, like, come on, bro, you just, like, killing the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But if a motherfucker want fentanyl and they come in and get it, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have nothing against him. But if you selling drugs and taking care of your family, like, I don't think that you should. I mean, it could be a punishment, but I don't think you should be in jail for all them years.
Right.
Without no murders connected to you. Like, whatever, you know the consequence of murder. So I ain't the police to say, oh, you deserve that for murder. But you doing that and you know the consequence. So you start killing shit with your drug organization, it's kind of fucked.
Bricc, you've got kids and everything. What is your advice to someone that is thinking about going the gangbanging route? To that
shit over now.
Yeah.
That era over with. Like, I mean, it's still people standing tall, but it's like these cameras and all that shit. Like, I advise you to just go ahead and get you some money, go to school, I mean, I'm not the one that's gonna tell you to go to college either. I'm not gonna tell you to spend 8 to 12 years, 8 to 10 years on becoming a worker. But you could go to college for the experience, definitely the network and all that. But like, put your entrepreneurial boots on and, you know what I mean, try to climb that mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't tell you to come out and be in debt and then have to work it off right above minimum wage. I ain't a fan of that.
Right. You've always been a hustler and entrepreneur.
But you definitely need to know. But if you're not gonna study yourself, then go to school. But like, you definitely need to know how to study and be one with yourself and know that you have to learn in order to get to that bag.
Right. No, that makes total sense. Bricc, do you interact with like your fan base and audience? Like, are you always interacting with them?
Yeah. I'm a troll too.
How can our audience reach out to you?
Shit, I'm an Instagram head, so, you know what I mean, go ahead, spam them DMs, spam the comments at Bricc Baby, BRICC Baby. YouTube, I go live on there a lot. I'm learning this TikTok space and relearning Snapchat. Just follow me everywhere, Bricc Baby. If it's not Bricc Baby, it's Bricc Baby 60 or Blue Jesus. By the time this comes out, we'll have a list of all the names. But I think I'm Blue Jesus on TikTok and Snapchat, and then Bricc Baby on Instagram. And my Twitter's been locked since I've been home, and I haven't been back in there, but I used to love Twitter.
We'll get the jumper cables out and get that back on.
Yeah, man. I don't know how to do it. I've been like, because I got the email that it was, and they was wanting to send recovery shit out. I'm like, bro, I just got out of jail. Like, I don't have none of that shit, the phone, none of that, you know?
No, it's impressive to see you climb right out of jail, man, fresh out, and you're making waves out here, Bricc.
Yeah, I'm tired of that shit. Like, I'm just putting the same energy that I gave to the streets into this.
Love it, man. Bricc, thank you for coming through.
Don't be late.